Teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Check. Exit. Mike 5.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Right. He's tight right. 14. 3 down. Bang out.
Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Good job right there. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Zebra.
On third down, Wilson. Got a man, it's Brown. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On first down, this is Geis. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 0. Who's that? One left. Hey, guys, listen. Hey, easy.
Here's Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. Check. 36 power.
Here's Wilson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marquise Brown. 35 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, Dobbs. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, let's get there.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check the backer, check the backer.
Now on 2nd and 13. Dobbs. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Check your hot read. Go, go. I got it. 44 is the mic. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. What? Get the edge. Come. What? Check. What?
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, you got 3 down.
Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
One time.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here comes Cohen. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. Jakeem Grant, 52 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's got his running back, Darius Geis. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Move the team. Move the team. Touch Missy.
On first down, Wilson. It's hauled in by Wilson, 6'4" tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Watch the whip. 36.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Room here to run.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return. Yardage that we won't even account for in the box score may help them win the game.
Tighten down. There you go.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go. Now to walk. Freeze. Don't let him freeze.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, no. Double time. Double time.
On second and 9, Dobbs. That is caught by Cohen. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
From the gun on third down, Dobbs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jakeem Grant, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
25.
Now Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. To throw again. Dobbs. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Calvin Ridley, 65 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Got tight left, tight left. Even. Check 50, check 50. Delta. The mic. Not today, you are. Not today. Rush in. Ship.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Dobbs. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now Brown. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Hey, alert. Check. Hey, watch this.
Operating from the gun. Wilson over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Geis, they'll try to run it. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, Geis. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Kill. Slam.
On the ground, Geis. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys have now moved out in front.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you get...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got it. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. I'm coming for you. You mine. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check.
Now Dobbs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
We got 4. We got 4. Joker, 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 Joker. Big edge, big edge, big edge. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist,
from the gun, Dobbs. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Dobbs now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Slam, slam, slam. Kill, kill, kill.
Dobbs. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dobbs. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Check safety, check safety. Shot. You're out. Check 25, check 25.
Operating from the gun. Dobbs. It's complete to Graham. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
That's another Texans first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Dobbs. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw is Dobbs. And he completes it to Cohen. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
44, Mike, 44. Come on. Hey. Watch the edge. Watch. 3. Alert 3. Go. 44 is the Mike. 40. Same on. Bring it.
Operating from the gun. Dobbs. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But it's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Q.
They'll run with Geis. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 34-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Cohen. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10, Newton again. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. There he goes, left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Let's go, baby.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Check 31. 8, 8.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Makes the score Steelers 56, Texans 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
8, 8. Check 24. Check 24. 8, 8. Here we go.
Throwing is Newton. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll make it 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
20. Watch out, watch out, watch out. 8. Check 13. Check 13. Shoot. 8. Check.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 41, Newton. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Gun. Green. 44's the mic.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Double time. Everyone got 4.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jones. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room. I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Steelers, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.